Good morning, guys. Giving y'all some mountain driving here in the East Tennessee area, or actually in Central Tennessee. We're coming out of Crossville, heading on down to West Point to get loaded up this morning. So last week I ended up taking the load home with me and had to deliver it this morning. Got up about 3 o'clock and got everything running, but I was exhausted, and the first dealership I had to offload in the middle of the road and didn't want to pull the camera out and stand in traffic while trying to offload at 4 in the morning. And then the second dealership, like I said, just tired this morning. So finally starting to record now. This kind of a cool little area. I've never been through here, I don't think. And if I have, it's only been one time. So I figured I'd take you guys along with me. We're pretty much just running down the mountain here. It's an 8% grade, which I know isn't horrible, but we got it just completely running off the jakes. I haven't touched the brakes at all coming down this hill, which is the way you want it to be. You don't want to burn your brakes up. I try my hardest, if you guys have never been on hills like this before, or you're new to trucking, I try my hardest, whether I'm loaded or unloaded, to get completely down the hill without ever touching my brakes themselves. Reason being is I was taught very early on, if your brakes are nice and cool and at just normal travel temperatures, then you won't have to worry about running out of brakes. So the idea was that I was taught was always be slow enough going down hills like this, or just mountain passes in general. Always be slow enough to where, if needed, you can come to a complete stop on the hill. You don't want to come around one of these bends right here and have dead stop traffic, and your decision has to be going over this guardrail right here and possibly dying yourself, or slamming into the back of stopped cars and killing people in an accident. So for me, I've always, bigger hills that I don't know, or just bigger hills in general, just always taking it slow. Go down the hills at a reasonable speed, and don't try to cook down through these. Again, the speed limit on this hill right here is 55 miles an hour for trucks. I'm running about 52, and you can probably hear I'm actually using my foot to just take the jake brake off and let her roll out just a little bit, get back up to 55, and then because I'm unloaded, the jake's actually strong enough to slow me down and keep me slow going down this hill. We're at the bottom of the hill. It's nice and safe. We're going to go ahead and speed up, grab a gear, and get back up to our travel speed. But that's just something to think about. If you're going into hills like this and you have steep downgrades, always go down them slow enough that whether you're loaded or unloaded, you can come to a complete stop without burning your brakes out. Alright, so we just got done with our pre-trip and getting ready to leave. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, but you can see we've got some trucks parked directly across from where I parked here last night. We're definitely not going to be able to make that turn, so we have to go wake some people up and ask them to move so I can go ahead and get on the road. So let's see you guys as we get rolling. Alrighty, so we are going to be getting back on the road here. Stayed home a little longer than I wanted to. Ended up staying at the house. I ended up getting home this morning and staying there for about 4 hours. We went grocery shopping, made some dinner, and I got some salmon and rice that I'm going to take with me on the road. That'll get me through most of the rest of the week, which will be good, save up some money. But this is the load that we have on. We're in a little bit of a rush now because, like I said, I only wanted to be home for about 2 hours, say hi to the family and keep going, but ended up being home a bit more than just under 4 hours. So we're trying to get to the top side of Virginia and make a nice trip out of it. And then tomorrow morning, early, we'll end up delivering. It'll be nice and easy. I just wanted to walk the truck real quick before we got going, but I'll show you real quick. We ended up making, and I like to do this every week, try to take some decent food with me so I'm not eating at the truck stop. But you can see this is what we got. It'll be nice and yummy. Get to eat that all week long. I love salmon. I love seafood in general. I definitely I love living in the mountains, but I was born to be where I could eat seafood almost every day. So we're gonna go ahead, let the truck finish airing up and get on the road. I will see you guys as we get up closer towards Virginia. Alrighty, we are up and rolling. I'll tell you, I am so grateful to be able to make the money that I do in trucking, and having the ability to still get loads that run right past the house, be able to swing through. Like I said, today I got to get home about 8:30 this morning. It is right at 12:30 right now. I got to get home, see my family, help my wife do some grocery shopping, because we do have 4 kids, and it can be challenging getting them through the grocery store. 2 of them were in school right now, so shouldn't have to worry about that. But it is awesome being able to swing through the house and see my 2 littlest ones, help carry them through the grocery store. Just having that ability to swing home. I'm grateful that I'm able to just swing through the house and make a dinner. Like I said, we just had salmon and rice, and I like to go and buy a whole thing of salmon. I can cook it all down, and my wife and my daughter, they got to eat some salmon and rice with me right before I left. For me, it just means a lot having the ability to swing through and be able to do that. So this Philly run, I'll probably end up, if Waddle's okay with it, I'll probably end up trying to do this run every week, because I get to go past the family. I get to see my family. It's the same thing when I was with United running West Virginia. They had a lot of work up there, and nobody wanted to run up that way into West Virginia. Now, here at Waddle, a ton of people run Philly, but if I can get a run to where I'm running past the house once or twice during the week and being able to still get home on the weekends, then that's golden for me. I will take that kind of a run all day long and be very, very happy with it. Alrighty guys, good morning. It is going to be our final morning before we get delivered today. We only have 174 miles left to go, but we're gonna have to try to figure out if we can sneak out past this truck, or if I'm going to have to wake this driver up and have him move, because they're again parked like 3 deep in front of me. Yeah, we got room. Luckily, the car hauler that was parked next to me, I don't know what he was thinking last night, but he's backed in literally diagonal across 2 parking spots. So I had some room to where I could cut that, and if the tail swung out, there was no truck real close next to me, so I was fine there. But we are going to get on the road here and start making our way up towards, finish making our way up to Frederick, Maryland. We got a 2-dropper, Gaithersburg, or however you pronounce that. I've never been up there, and a Frederick, Maryland. I have been to Frederick, Maryland once before, That was a couple years ago. I took a load of what was they? Ford Explorers out of the plant over there near Chicago for United Road, and I delivered them to Frederick, Maryland. So I have been through that one time before the actual town, and then when I used to have, I guess I can't get up that way because people are parked there, so sneak through the fuel pumps here. Now guys, if you do this and you come through the fuel pumps, I know I'm going off on a tangent, please don't go through the fuel pumps at Mach freaking 3. Take it nice and slow. There's absolutely no reason to cruise through the fuel pumps and possibly hit someone. These trucks parked here, you never know if someone's going to be crossing right in front of the front bumper, and you don't want to have an incident. So just take it slow and be careful with how you drive. But yeah, we'll get into Frederick, Maryland, get these all delivered. I already have my my load out of, what's it called? My load out of Philly. So that one, we got a Brandywine, Waldorf or something like that, and another drop right next to that first one. Actually getting a little bit of a later start than I wanted to this morning. I was hoping to be up at like 2:30, 3 o'clock, but I couldn't fall asleep last night. I went to bed at like 4 in the afternoon and then immediately woke up. I think I was asleep for 15 minutes, and it was like one of those power naps, and then I was up till 8:30, 9 o'clock last night. So, was a little tired this morning. I was like, yeah, you know what, I'm not going to drive groggy and tired. So I went to bed for another hour and a half, and now I feel much better. So it's 4:30 in the morning, gonna get rolling and get some miles under our belt. So I'll catch you guys as the sun comes up and show you guys what this load looks like when I'm delivering. So I'll see you guys up there. Alrighty, so we should be pulling up at the Kia dealership here in just a second. I'm gonna have to make a right-hand turn here in a minute, but you can see the tree limbs here on the right. I don't want to go underneath them. They don't look super, super low, but they definitely don't look tall enough that I'm willing to risk hitting a roof on them. So I'm going to get past this very last tree. I got room, and there we go. So I had no one next to me. I was kind of pacing myself to make sure I wasn't going to. And then, my GPS is talking, sorry. I was pacing myself to make sure I wouldn't have anybody over there on the right. And it says that I actually unload on this road right here, which is not super, super cool. But, I mean, it is what it is. I'm going to have to deal with it. We will go ahead and, I'm assuming, block the right-hand lane right here and make some people a little annoyed at us, but I'm gonna stop right here, turn my strobes on, got my four-ways on, pull up just past this entrance, and
speed trap reported ahead.
Drop my vehicles off. Okay, so we're straight, and all right, cool, this should work. Alrighty, so my paperwork states that this dealership is getting 2 Tellurides and 3 Sportages. So as long as I loaded it correctly, it should be these bottom 3 and these top 2 right here. I'm fairly certain I did. We're gonna hope anyways, but I'm fairly certain that when I was down at West Point, I had stacked these things up in the right order of how I was delivering them. So it should be a pretty quick and easy offload. And like I said, we're right here in the middle of the drive lane, so hopefully we don't piss too many people off and cause too much of a traffic jam, but I guess that's the way this dealership is set up. We're gonna go ahead and get these things off, and I will see y'all in a minute. Alrighty, we just finished unloading here. Now it's time to go to Fredericksburg. Pretty sure this one, it looked like we could pull onto the property. So let's plug into the GPS. 21704 and Urbana Pike. So Urbana Pike 5826. 5826. Let's see how far away we are. So, looks like we'll be there in about 25 minutes. So, let's go ahead and hit the road, and I'll see you guys as we get over there. Alrighty, guys, we are almost here to Darcars Kia here in Fredericksburg. It says make a left right here and should be right down the road on Urbana Drive. So I'm just kind of trying to keep an eye out for it. It says I'm 0.2 of a mile away, but we will find out. I see the Kia sign right over here. I tried looking them up on the map, but it shows that it looked like their location was like houses. So I couldn't find them to get a rough idea of what the dealership was going to look like. So we'll pull up slowly here and figure out if we can pull into the dealership or not. Looks like we're going to have to, because it doesn't look like there's a turning lane. So we'll pull up on this first entrance nice and slow and figure out if we can pull in here or not. So right here on the left is the Kia dealership. Alrighty, got it all figured out. Pull across the street to unload, and cars just go right over there, nice and easy. The only thing we will have to do is we'll have to play Frogger coming back across the road, but that's all right. At least we're not out in the middle of it. So we'll go ahead, get these things off quick, get everything delivered, and head on up to Philly. That's where we're going today. So see you guys up there. Alrighty guys, we just pulled in here to Philadelphia. We're gonna go ahead and get loaded up, but this load's gonna have to be on the next video we make. I'll show you guys where it's going, what it looks like, and all that. But guys, I appreciate you guys watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and please go ahead and share this video with any friends and family that you think would find this video neat. And let's help get these videos out to more people, help the channel to grow. But until next time, guys, I love you, and I'll see you on the next one.